Well, today's the day. You know, I thought that maybe I would be a little bit prepared, but even though I'm over-prepared, I don't know if I'm, ready, I guess. Oh well. You know, better to try, I guess. Better to try than not try at all. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Not excited about this, but we might as well just get it done now. Go check mail before I do anything. Oh wow. Wow. Holy shit. Okay, they're the other ones. All of this stuff I can. Sword of the Aegis. Holy 4? 4 before, yeah, it's 4. Holy shit. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this here. This here. I don't need this shitty bow anymore. Thank you to Sonic Boom. I gotta write a thank you note at one point. Okay. So Vegas had to meet him at the facility. So that's, honestly, 17 is not too bad. I honestly think that it's passable. And passable is just kind of how we're gonna need to cope with this so far. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. I'm just falling now. I'm falling. Okay. This is not the graceful, graceful flight that I thought it would be, but that's fine. Oh, okay. Yep. And maybe this is why I'm going to be trained. Maybe this is why. Whoop. Okay.
It took you long enough.
Okay.
Do you have them?
The nether stars?
Yes. What else would I be referring to?
I don't know. Yeah, I have them, yeah.
Go ahead and hand them over.
Here you go.
You know I only asked for 10, right?
I do, yeah.
And so you give 15?
Yeah, I mean, the way that you were talking about it, it seemed like you thought that I was less than capable, so 15. Technically 17, but I used one for a pocket wormhole and then another for another pocket wormhole. Sorry, I get the inclination that I need to be looking this way now instead of the way that I was looking.
Fine. And you got these on your own?
With the help of Sonic Boom.
With a +1. With a +1. However, no help from Wither.
I mean, Wither gave a couple of Wither roses for the skulls, but...
Which is vital for a Wither, and thus nether stars.
I mean, it's a couple of Wither roses. Plus, you weren't really strict on what a +1 meant. I mean, a +1 for gathering one of the skulls, like 2 out of 10 Wither roses that I needed. Plus, I far over exceeded the limit anyway.
How many did you get by yourself? Just for my record.
Uh, I think Sonic Boom helped me out with like 3 or 4.
So then you got
11 on my own. Ish.
a little more than 11. I'll admit, it is impressive.
Is it impressive?
It's not peak hour for me. That's
Yeah?
fine. It's impressive.
Is it not peak hour for you? I thought that night was kind of your thing.
It is, but I've been waiting for several hours, just waiting up on that podium for you to bring the Nether Stars. I almost thought you weren't going to come.
I wanted to make sure I had them all.
I think it's proof enough. We can get started with your training.
Yeah. Let's do it, then.
And we'll go back to your front yard.
My front...
Make sure to have...
My front yard?
Yes, your front yard. For the terrain, as well as the trees.
Okay.
Need some kind of obstacle there. We can't have it out in the open.
Where did you go?
I'm a fast flyer.
Did you just teleport over there?
No, I flew.
I didn't see you at all.
Well, that is the point. I tend to blend in at night.
Okay, that's fine. I will also fly, because I can do that too. I just ran into a tree. It's fine.
And we'll work on your flying if we have time today, but... But primarily what we're going to be working on are reflexes.
Reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
So are we just gonna get started now?
Go ahead and stand between those two trees and we can get started.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Then let's get started. So, Phoenix, you stand between the two trees. Vega is staring you down. You hear him say, "Let's get started then." Do you want to react at all?
No, I think that I'm just kind of like anticipating something happening. So like I'm always on guard, right? but I'm just sort of like waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, from behind Vega, you see his wings outstretch. And you see any sign of light in his eyes completely disappear as the stars in his wings begin to grow brighter and brighter. There's only, excuse me,
Your excuse.
there's only six, thank you, six specific stars that glow brighter, though. And from there, you see them individually come off of his wings. And each of them begin to form some kind of silhouette as they begin to surround you.
Did anyone else hear that? I hope stream heard that or that sound. Did you guys hear that, stream? I just want to make sure. Because if not, then this is... Oh, God. School. Okay, sparkle, sparkle. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Oh, that's so cool! Okay, sorry.
Sparkle, sparkle. Sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, they create six different silhouettes that completely surround you.
Okay.
They're a good chunk away. They're not super close to you. And each of them are an entirely different silhouette. You can't make out any specific features, but for instance, one of them has two heads, more reptilian than human. And near the back of him, you see where two tails split off.
Okay.
Another, it's a set of three wings
Fuck.
with two horns that come off from the head. And then another set of smaller horns that come off from the side of the head. And there's another, looks more amphibian. It stays crouched down closer to the ground. But what you can see from the hands is it is webbed. You can't make out the specific features, but the fingers are connected.
Okay.
There's also a canine one. You can make that out pretty damn clear. It stands on two legs, but you can see the fluff of the tail. You can see the sharp pointed ears, the muzzle of it. But while you can't make out specific features, you see the maw is open. Seems to be snarling. You see the sharp teeth. And in the mouth, it's not just one row of teeth. It's similar to a shark.
Fuck
there are
that. Okay.
3 rows of teeth in the mouth. But those are the only 3 that seem to pose a threat. The others seem more benign or even hesitant, as they just kind of stand there.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to. So the ones that I managed to get down were 2 wings, 2 horns, one of the reptiles with 2
3
heads.
wings.
3 wings. Sorry.
3 sets of wings.
Sorry. So
2
sorry.
horns.
2 horns. The reptile with 2 heads and 2 split tails.
Mm-hmm.
The canine with an open maw with shark teeth, and then what else?
There is an amphibian one.
Amphibian.
Which is crouched to the ground. You see the webbed fingers.
Okay, so,
But the other 2, you can't make out specific features. They seem to be just blurs of light. Like they don't quite have a form. They haven't quite chosen what they want to show themselves to you as.
No form.
But they seem very neutral. 2.
All right, cool. So, none of them are actively, like, chasing after me right now, right?
The only current threat that you have is the snarling wolf.
Okay, so I'm gonna eliminate a threat. What I'm gonna do...
You can try.
I love that. So what I think I'm gonna try and do, is... around me, because this is right outside the augury in Phoenix area. I assume that time is not enough for me to go back inside and get, I don't know, say a rope or something, right?
If you want to go inside and get a rope, you are going to have to pass through the reptilian one and the one with 3 sets of wings, which both will attack. Is that something you want to risk?
Can I get a perception check?
What are you trying to perceive?
My immediate area, around me. I want to try and see if there's anything that I can do, that doesn't require me going into one of them. I want to try and be resourceful before I start doing
This
things.
is your front yard. basically. You can roll at advantage.
Okay, cool. And for perception, uh, why do I have a -1? Fuck. Okay.
Because your wisdom is a 9.
Yeah, well, all right. So we're doing it at advantage, or that's good because I got a 4 and a 13, so a 12.
So 12 at advantage.
Yes.
The only way that you can really see an out is up.
Yeah, all right, cool. Well, I've got a bonus action, so I'm going to use my bonus action, fly, to do that one. Fly.
Acrobatic check.
Uh-huh. Let me double check the homebrew stuff that we did real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have pinned it. There we go. And I do know that I provoke an attack of opportunity, for this one. Right? Yeah, I won't provoke an attack of opportunity.
You will not.
Okay, cool.
You will not.
But I'm not flying to disengage necessarily. Nope. Okay, cool. All right. Lots of D&D terms being thrown around here. It's been a while. So I'm doing a acrobatics.
You're doing an acrobatics check, yes.
One of the only things I'm good at. That's awesome. 14 plus 2, 16.
16?
Yes.
And you're trying to go to your house.
I'm gonna try and go inside my house, yes. I might even want to go up, and then through the, chimney.
Okay.
They like the dice box. Fuck yes. Okay, sorry. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and do, at least with that 16.
Okay. So, one of the silhouettes unfortunately rolled a 17.
That's awesome! Yes!
I would like to apologize for that.
You don't control the dice unless you're lying to me.
I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie to you. Me, Syra, I have no reason to lie to you.
Did you hear that, chat? Chat, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Sorry, that's them typing.
So, you do manage to take off. It's, for your expertise, it is pretty graceful. I'll give you credit there. It's graceful.
Yeah. I wanna imagine what I do is it okay if I give you a little bit of a visual here?
Go ahead.
Cool. So what I do is, like, I sort of touch the ground for a moment. Like, I scan, my eyes sort of like run cold for a minute, and then they sort of panic. And then as touching the ground, I use that to sort of help propel me up. And I don't do a backflip. I kind of do like a side sort of flip. And then, like, just as my hand is about to touch like the top of it, I just get completely bodied. It's like I'm doing this like really cool trick, like backwards, like it's really cool, and then just bam on the side.
Well, you don't get bodied. Good news is you don't get bodied.
Oh fuck yeah, that's awesome.
So you get pretty damn close to the chimney, but the silhouette with the wings takes off and beats you there.
That's
it blocks the chimney. So I will either give you an option.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can take the hit, or you can roll a dex save.
I'm gonna do a dex save. Fuck no, I'm not gonna take the hit. I've got like a very small amount of HP.
I wonder where that might be.
I don't know. Maybe it's the 9 of my constitution. Maybe it's the 8 of my strength. Who fucking knows? Anyway.
I didn't control your stats. I didn't make your stats.
She's a fucking beginner. What do you want from me? Anyway.
I know.
I'm doing a dex save.
Yes, dex save.
Thank God. All right. 13. 11 plus 2.
That's enough.
Awesome. Yay! I win! I won Dungeons and Dragons. That's awesome.
Well, we'll see. You see this figure holding itself, blocking the chimney. You see 2 sets of wings just keeping itself up in the air. Although, based on the movement, based on how rigid it is, it almost doesn't seem like it needs to use the wings to keep itself up. It almost seems like it could stay up on its own. But
Because this is a superhero one shot, I'm gonna do. Can I take this moment to do a little quip?
yes, go ahead.
Okay, cool. I see that, and I just go, "Why do you need those?" And then I like try and like maneuver my body, and it fails miserably.
So you say that one of the wings that's not being flapped right now goes to try and basically just smack you,
Okay, cool.
smack your
So
entire body.
what?
However,
Oh, sorry. Good. Sorry. I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish.
mhm. Oh shit. Um, well, the good news is,
Uh huh.
good
Love
news is
it.
you did save.
Love hearing that.
You do manage a rough maneuver around the silhouette. The wing does still kind of graze your arm, so it does graze you for 4 points of what feels like fire damage, like it burns, but it's not the type of burn you are used to.
Hmm.
And you can successfully get around the figure to the chimney. And if you do not act fast, it's going to take another attack.
Um. All right. Well, I'm gonna do that then before it has a chance to attack. Or at least try to.
Go ahead.
What exactly am I doing again?
You are dropping down the chimney.
I'm gonna try.
So, my question to you,
My answer to you.
do you want to drop down the chimney or do you want to climb down the chimney?
I'm gonna. I want
Or
to try and.
dive?
I want to try and scale it. You know the way that like your arms are out on either side and your legs are out on either side. Just sort of like slide down it, like not quite like Santa Claus, um, but like Santa Claus.
And how often do you use your chimney?
Um, well, if we're being technical here, I'm never really around, so um, I
I'll
wouldn't
use the default then.
I wouldn't say too much. I think that we use our furnaces more for cooking than we do the chimney.
Mm-hmm. So you can manage to wiggle your way in pretty easily. There, there
I am
are
still
some.
probably covered in soot, though, to be
I
fair.
was about to say there are some like spots of soot where your hand catches and almost slips, and you almost just go tumbling down the chimney.
Yeah.
But at one point, closer to the bottom, you are able to feel the bricks kind of guide your way down. Your feet do catch where there is more soot down there, and you do just drop to the bottom of it. You don't take any damage, but you do just kind of
Plop.
plop to the
Yeah.
bottom,
I mean, and
like Santa.
it's comical. There's like a little, like a pop.
Yeah, I don't have a pop sound effect. I don't have like a
Like
plopping,
I'm
but
talking about like a comic like pop exclamation point.
yeah. But you are in your house,
Cool.
and it
Um,
doesn't seem like the constellation figure is following you.
cool. So now I'm gonna make the mad dash through the uh
Oh, hang on. They want sparkles again. Give me a second.
fucking whatever. I'm gonna take the opportunity to mad dash into the chests and like rummage through them and find a rope very quickly. And then while trapped inside the house, look at the door and look at the chimney and go, "Oh fuck! I didn't think this one through, did I?" And then sort of like peek out the window and then give a wave to Vega, like, "Hey, I'm still in here." And then I'm gonna try and go back inside and just like shoot up, shoot back up the fireplace
You're going back up the fireplace instead of the front door?
because there's something blocking the front door. Wait,
Okay.
hold
No,
on.
there's not.
Let me think this through. Let me
There's
think
something
this
blocking the chimney.
through. Let me think this through. So the one that's up there, that's the one with three wings, two horns, right?
Correct.
Okay, so where is our little canine boy? Where is he right now?
The little canine boy, he is still in that area where you started between the two trees. He's closer to Vega. He is the closest to Vega aside from the amphibian. They're both kind of the same distance away.
Cool.
And for the record, through your window, you do see Vega just standing with his arms crossed, deadpan staring, not saying anything.
Ah, that's awful. That's fucking awful. Cool.
But it's like he's calculating every single move you're doing right now.
And I do mutter, that's fucking awful. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and so this is Minecraft, right?
Just yes.
So
Yes. What are you
because
trying to do?
I always stay strapped with my pickaxe. Is there
Oh
a
my God.
possibility that I can dig through the wall and then sneak behind the canine to try and get it with a surprise?
So the issue with that,
There's none. Thank you. Let's do it.
okay, roll roll a stealth at disadvantage.
Ooh, I love stealth and I love disadvantage. Both of them are awesome. Okay, I got a +2. Okay, so we got a
Ooh.
16 for one. Damn, 16 because I got a 19 on the second one. So 16, not too bad considering the rest of my shit.
Okay. You congratulations. You mined through your wall. There's now a hole in your house that you will have to repair later.
Fuck yes!
Congratulations.
That's what I wanted.
The dog does not notice you.
Okay.
The amphibian does not fucking notice you. That was a 3.
Awesome.
That is without fucking modifiers. And the winged one does not notice you.
I win.
However,
Shit.
there is still a reptilian that was in that circle.
The amphibian one?
The reptilian, the 2 heads, 2 tails.
Oh, okay, got it.
Mm-hmm. While none of the others seem to notice you, it seems like one of those heads trains almost 180 to look at you. And you hear a very distorted gargle come from it. It's almost like the equivalent of the bubbling sound that lava makes. But if it was more animalistic.
That's sick.
And what you see from the silhouette, as the reptilian opens its mouth to make that sound, you see drops of what you can assume is star drop from the jaw. As if something is dripping from its mouth. Do you still want to make the attack?
That's a great fucking question.
You have a pickaxe and you have rope now.
Well, I mean, I might as well just fucking go with it. If
you... So it sounds like you're hesitating.
No, it's not! I'm gonna do it!
Fuck. You're gonna do it?
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna do it. I'm not hesitating.
You're not hesitating.
No.
And it's shown by the way Vega narrows his eyes at you.
Oh.
And barks, go!
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I go, oh, shit. And I go.
Alright, roll to attack. Which one do you want to attack?
I'm gonna go with the immediate threat here. Although I feel like it's no longer an immediate threat. I mean, it is an immediate threat, but the one at the chimney also looks like to be a threat now.
Yeah, it seems to be looking down the chimney right now.
I guess
like it's trying to find you.
So I haven't alerted the canine yet, have I? Or have I?
You have not. The only one that knows is the reptilian.
Okay, yeah, in that case. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to... Yep. I've got so many things that I can do. I'm so skilled. This is a great... You'd think for level 4, you know?
You have equipped yourself with a fucking pickaxe. If that helps.
I'm gonna attack with my pickaxe! No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm making a character choice here. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and sedate it instead. I'm gonna try and even though I'm sure it's probably made out of sentient stars anyway, so I don't think that I'm going to actually be able to get a physical hold on this guy, but I'm gonna try. I'm
With
gonna
your hands?
with the rope.
Okay.
No, with my hands? Or I'm not that stupid. No. with with no, with the rope.
Sorry. I mean, you can't fault me for that.
No, I can't.
How are you trying to sedate it? What are you doing?
I'm gonna try. What I want to try and do is I want to try and get that maw shut. And since I'm behind, I'm gonna try and sneak up behind, fly up and over, and then while I'm doing that, try and lasso the bottom part of the maw shut.
While you're flying past?
Over. So
So,
I'm sneaking behind, and then I'm gonna fly up and then down. If that makes sense. Like
yes.
less fly and more like use my flight to leap.
So, you do leap off the ground. You do take off rather successfully. Again, none of the others have noticed you except for this reptilian silhouette. The second head hasn't even noticed you. It's just the one head.
Okay,
And as you fly over, you do draw the attention of the others.
I'm sure. Yeah,
The sound of you
there's
taking off does draw the others.
yeah, there's no way that I can feasibly do that without alerting them. So yeah, I'll take the L on that.
However, as you try to lasso the mouth shut,
Mm-hmm.
you do get it successful for a
Okay.
few seconds.
Hmm.
It does slam shut. It's still dripping. You still see the stars dripping from the maw of it. However, you see the other head bite down onto the rope.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't seem like there's any kind of resistance from it. It's like the rope just passes through that one's jaw entirely, like through the bite. Like it
Yeah.
is going through its head. And it burns through the rope,
Yeah, that's
cutting
fair.
off the lasso. But now, you have its full attention.
I sure do.
And so, before I do that, roll one more deck save.
Love it. So chat can't see it because it's just off the screen. But I did get a 19. So a 19 plus 2 for my deck save, which is a dirty, stinky, nasty 21.
You successfully catch yourself before you slam into the tree. You don't hit anything, and for a moment, while there is no light currently in Vega's eyes, it does look like he's somewhat impressed by it. Like he was fully expecting you to eat shit.
And so was Phoenix. Phoenix also looks just as impressed, by the way. I need that to be known. Okay, cool.
So, while Vega's impressed, the others are not.
Yeah, of course. But
So,
the others aren't the guy that I'm trying to impress, so that's fine.
that's true. However, it does lunge forward. It seems like the head that you tried to rope is taking the primary lead because it lurches forward. The other head just kind of lulls back for a second. Like it was caught off guard by the sudden movement. But it is lurching forward to try and bite you.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's specifically aiming for the arm that was holding the rope.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 22 to hit.
No, that doesn't hit me actually. I'm gonna.
No, it doesn't?
Can I bonus action disengage by flying or no?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
However, you will only be able to do that once before your next turn.
Um. Repeat.
I will let the deck save ride.
Mm.
However, you will only be able to do that once until your next turn. Every other time you will have to roll.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So you do manage to disengage from it at the very last second. You fly directly up kind of into the tree. You kind of perch yourself onto one of the
Yeah, I
branches.
definitely want to get a higher vantage point, at least for the ones that are confined to the ground, because I can deal with one or two flying. I cannot deal with one or two flying and also all of the ones that are on the ground as well.
Hmm. Yeah, you perch yourself on the branch, and the lizard head that was dripping snaps, like just below your foot as you take off.
Hmm.
It's you do see it kind of collide with the tree. The head smacks into the trunk of the tree before it steps back. And on the trunk of the tree, there is the smallest singe mark.
Oh,
But
shit.
it looks up at you and it is snapping. However, while you are looking down there,
Mm-mm.
does a 17 hit you?
I'm gonna go with the wild and crazy assumption that yes, it does. And would you look that? Yeah, it does.
So you are focused on the lizard down below. You're watching it snap at the air up at you. And for a moment, there is probably some sense of relief that, oh, you just missed that bite. That could have hurt a lot. Before from behind you, you feel the one with the wings, you hear it come up first, directly behind you.
Yeah.
Before what feels like an elbow lodges itself between your shoulder blades
Oh,
and hits you all the way down, back to the ground, in front of the hound.
cool.
And you will take 8 points of damage.
Oh, fuck. All right.
And they're based on shoulder movement and head bowing. Vega seems to sigh at that.
Yeah.
However, you're welcome to go.
I'm going
You've
to
just been
use
knocked to the ground.
my primary action to roll 1d8 without any negatives due to concentration on myself and the healing. I don't care about the one in front of me. I know that
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to pass out. So I'm going to roll that 1d8 to
Go ahead.
heal. 1! Fuck!
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1! I rolled a 1! I rolled a 1! I rolled a 1! It was funny! Ha ha! I rolled a 1!
You...
And then it's just gonna get fucking ripped away from me anyway. Dude, this is gonna be the shortest fucking... Can I... Hold on, I'm gonna send you a message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Awesome. All right. That makes things a little better. A little
Mm-hmm.
better. Okay. If you guys know D&D, you know, you do the math. Do the math yourself. You'll figure it out.
Figure it out. It's fine.
This will be the
Vega...
least the in fact, I'll just fucking say it. Originally was there they had 10 AC. We have fixed that. But it was originally 10. Or sorry, not AC, sorry, HP. Sorry, wrong terminology. 10 hit points. So now that's not a thing. Cool. Let's go.
So, uh-huh. You focus on healing yourself, and from your fingertips, there is the smallest blue flame as you are focused on this, eyes closed, trying to recover from this hit as you are on the ground. And the hound above you, you hear it snarling now.
Ooh,
It
they
sounds...
and I do take this time to quip. I'm sorry, I do take this time to quip. I go, wow, you really love your snarls too, which probably also helps draw attention to me. But I need to let everyone know, as well as you, you don't understand that Phoenix is literally a kid who has like very minimal training. So that's why
Mhm.
they suck so bad, and not because I'm bad at D&D, because I've been doing this for so long. Anyway.
The snarl is a cross between a wither and a warden. That's the best way I can describe it.
That's cool. Oh, that's so awesome.
Um, However, you you peek an eye up at it where you are at the ground. You make your funny little quip as it is snarling down on you, and you see all these rows of teeth. And it doesn't even try to scratch. It's similar to the lizard. It just goes and tries to chomp down on you.
Good
It
fucking God.
lunges down at you,
Good fucking
and the jaw almost seems to unhinge, like it's going to take
God.
your entire head into its mouth.
Oh, that's gonna be fun for me.
However, you do hear a whistle from Vega, just holding up his hand and whistling like you would to a dog, like an actual dog.
Yeah, like,
And
cause that, yeah.
the hound stops its movement. However, its jaws are entirely around your head, just not touching.
Like images of the circus where a guy's got his head in the lion's mouth.
Exactly.
Love that.
Exactly. You can't feel any breath from it. You feel a faint heat, an unnatural heat, but you don't feel any breath. And the snarling seems to stop.
Mm.
Slowly, it pulls its head back, almost reluctantly, like it doesn't want to. It's very clear what it wants to do. But it pulls the head back and looks back to Vega, who is staring down at you. His eyes have not left you once.
Ay, ay, ay.
And he tilts his head, arms crossed, and wings beginning to fold behind him. Try again.
Again? That was hardly fair. You had like 5 guys on me. Technically, 6.
I'm not referring to the fight.
What?
You're healing. Try again and focus on yourself.
Okay, shouldn't I get out? And they point to the fucking wide open maw and their head in it. You want me
You're
to heal? You want me to focus on healing first?
Would you rather roll over and die? Because I could have that arranged.
Joke's on you. We can't die here.
Would you like to test that?
Nope. All right, I'm gonna focus. And they close their eyes and like tight shut, and then just try and focus on the feeling of what healing is to them, how they do that.
Roll at an advantage.
Okay, that's a 3 and a 6. So 6.
What does healing feel like to Phoenix?
Oh, that's a great question. So healing to Phoenix feels like burning. And I'm not talking about the burning that they do whenever they heal other people, because that is an icy kind of burn, like an icy hot kind of burn. I am talking about like absolutely burning, like from the inside, like the feeling that you get whenever you drink hot cocoa, whenever it's like extremely hot, and you can feel it like make its way down your body. But instead of that comforting warmth, it is an uncomfortable kind of warmth, like you were trying to bring life to something that rejects it.
Okay. As you're focused on this, there are small flames that spark up at your fingertips once more. And they seem to travel from your fingertips to the ground below, and where they would normally branch out to other people around you, they instead seem to stay centralized under you. Create singed grass underneath, only temporarily, as it begins to pull life from the grass and into you. And you get those 6 hit points back.
Oh boy. Well, the good news is I don't look like absolute shit now. In fact, I look pretty close to how I started. So,
And on top of that, too, while you're healing, one of the unformed stars seems to float up next to you. It's almost as if it's trying to check on you, looks you over before stepping back once more.
ooh, that doesn't set off alarm bells. The bells aren't alarm; they're more curiosity bells. Like Phoenix gets this look on their face whenever there is something that specifically intrigues them, something that they want to learn more about, and that just briefly flashes on their face. Enough to obviously Vega, who's definitely looking at every single inch anyway. Um, like how they hold themselves, everything. But there is definitely a spark of like, what was that? I want to learn more. Um, However, I wouldn't say that it definitely. I wouldn't say that it distracts them. However, I would say, to question to you as game master. Did that count as my go, or was that Vega having mercy on me and then forfeiting his go for me to heal?
That was forfeiting his go for
Cool,
you to heal.
awesome. Um, in that case, yes. What I'm gonna do is focus on. I guess I have no other way to really. I don't know. No way to like sedate any of these guys, which sucks for me. But I'm gonna have to deal with. So
That just means you have to find another way.
yeah, I know. So what I'm gonna do is try and use my powers for myself to slide across the ground to disengage so I can at least get a better vantage.
You you slide across the ground very easily. Nothing makes a move to attack you so long as Vega's hand is up.
Okay.
You can get that vantage point, but you also hear what seems to be a foreign tongue come from Vega. He's speaking in a foreign tongue. And you see the
Okay.
heads of all of these silhouettes, all the formed silhouettes specifically, turn to him, and they all gather and flock to stand behind him instead of flocking you.
Mm-hmm.
And you see his head turn towards the hound, nod, and the hound steps forward. The only concern you have to deal with at the moment is now this hound.
Cool. I look from the hound to Vega, and then there's some sort of a flash of recognition, and then immediate snuffing out of that idea or thought. Um, and my Phoenix's eyes train back onto the dog, the puppy even.
The puppy. Well,
No, that's a puppy. Um, and my face harshens just a little bit, more in focus and less in anger. And I'm going to get out the sword that I personally have been uh enchanting and everything. What are the enchantments on it? I don't know, but they're pretty good. That's all I got for you. And I'm gonna try and attack it with that.
all right. Roll to hit.
What modifiers should I be using for this?
For a sword,
for this sword because it's it's enchanted.
I would say your strength modifier +3.
So 2. Awesome. That's fine though. All right. Well, that was an 18, but chat can't see it. +2. Dirty, stinky, nasty, nasty, nasty 20.
So that does hit. So what you'll do is, for that sword, I will have you roll a d8
Yep.
+3.
Okay. 8. That's a crit. +3, 9 to 11.
So you hear it howl. Like, despite the ward and wither mix sound, it does howl as if that did some damage. And you see where you struck with that sword, where you swung, the star seems to separate and leave a gap before it begins to kind of reattach itself where that gap was. That's not to say you didn't do any damage to it.
Yeah.
But it shows you specifically how far you went and where you hit.
Okay.
And you hear Vega speak up and say, focus on your angle and focus on what's going to do the most damage.
I don't want to do damage, though.
You're going to need to if you need to survive.
I don't want to be the one doing the damage. I want to be the one mitigating the damage.
Do you want Noel to die?
Why are you using his name?
Do you want him to die? Quickly.
No, I don't want him to die.
Then fight.
Fine! And then I'm going to go ahead and get up and try and do the exact same thing. The other side, though, focusing on the angle.
Before you do, the hound is going to take its turn.
That is fair.
And that was a 13 to hit, but I don't know if that hits.
It just hits.
Oof.
Yeah.
Where is... So, it is going to do 4 points piercing damage.
Okay.
With the residual burn and the bite. But it's not as bad as the lizard.
Awesome.
So it latches itself onto your shoulder, like it is trying to grasp on and then tear. But because of the way the stars work, it doesn't seem to be able to get that grip. Even when it pulls away, there's only the smallest incision from all those teeth. It doesn't seem like it actually went too far into your skin.
Mm-hmm.
But it is trying to latch on. It releases and then kind of goes to bite again, like it's still trying to latch onto your shoulder. Like it's not sure what exactly is wrong. It's confused. It doesn't know why it's not working.
It hurt itself in confusion. Yeah? Yeah.
But it's trying to latch on and then essentially rip your shoulder out. But it's your turn now.
Well, Etty. So, I have a question.
I have an answer.
That's awesome. Are there perhaps wanton sticks from trees on the ground nearby?
Yes, there is. However, you will have to walk to get it, and you currently have this thing trying to latch onto your shoulder.
None nearby me, perhaps because I am near and under the trees?
Yeah. You can pick up a stick.
In a place,
you can pick up a stick.
In a place that there are constantly leaves and flowers falling from the sky.
You can pick up a stick.
I'm going to pick up a stick.
You pick up a twig. You pick up a twig.
I pick up a stick. And
you pick up a twig.
And you know what I do with that stick twig?
What do you do with that stick twig? What could you possibly do?
I say, hey boy, go fetch! And then I'm gonna try and fucking... I'm gonna try and get the fucking...
You want to part of this?
Yes! Yes!
I rolled wisdom to see if it would fall for it or not.
Uh-huh. And?
I got a 1.
It's what the people want, baby!
I got a 1. How far are you? Throw a strength check. Roll a strength check just to see how far you throw this fucking stick.
I think I should get an advantage because you got a 1.
Sure, go ahead.
Yay!
Sure, fucking go ahead.
I got a natural 20! Yes! There's no way. Okay, I just got a nat 20.
Face. No, I see it on stream. I saw it on stream. Oh my god. Great. It's a crit 1 wisdom save to a nat 20 strength
Yes! Yeah, technically it's a 19 because I got a -1 to strength, but still.
It's a nat 20 though. It's a nat 20. You know how I roll with nat 20s.
Yeah, I do, which is what makes this so fucking good. And you know what? Before chat was talking about it, I was thinking, I was like, no, that's ridiculous. He would never go for it. Fuck yes. God, I win.
He shouldn't be going for it.
But he does.
You lean down, you pick up this fucking twig stick, and you look at it, you have this realization. You turn as it's still on your shoulder, and you fucking chuck it. It goes into the tree line. You don't fucking see where it lands, but you see it flies through the tree line. And you feel the hound pull back from your shoulder, both of its ears up, and it's staring in the direction of the stick. Any snarling is done. Yes. It is now replaced with
puppy.
What sounds like the curious sound a warden makes when it's trying to find you. You hear it replaced with that, and you see the tail of the silhouette go wild.
Yes.
And it goes racing. It goes fucking racing after the stick. And you see Vega, where his arms were crossed, staring you down. It unfolds, and he's now holding his head in his hands, just rubbing at his temples, trying to make sense of the situation. But you are out of combat with the hound. You have no fucking clue where it went.
Yes.
But you do, after a few seconds, hear a whistle from Vega. A lower whistle. And you see a glint pass by your head, and it seems to reconnect to Vega's wing.
Okay.
Congratulations, you beat the hound.
It's called using your resources.
Is that really using your resources?
Yeah, there was a stick on the ground, and clearly it distracted
you threw it.
the... let's just call it what it is, some sort of hellhound warden puppy. I mean, and then Phoenix gestures to his wing like it worked.
It worked. It did work. It shouldn't have worked.
But it did.
It's only fallen for that one time before. I thought I taught it better.
Yeah, well, it's part of my natural charm.
Sure. Your natural charm.
Like, blood is actively pouring out of my fucking arm, and I'm like clutching it. I look like a wet kicked puppy. I'm just like, yeah, it's part. No, sorry, a wet mangly cat.
Oh my god. Alright. Vega finally crosses his arms once more, closes his eyes, and seems to take a deep breath. Like, he is trying to regain his composure from whatever the fuck just happened. Because, yeah, that might as well happen. Why not? And you see him look over to the amphibian now. And nod. And the amphibian is still, like, crouched on the ground. And seems to hobble over. And just stare at you.
Phoenix just looks at the amphibian and goes, "You don't happen to like sticks, do you?"
And it is gonna leap at you.
And then I go, "Oh, no, that's a no."
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. I'm guessing...
Can you tell me what that was?
I'm guessing a crit 1 is not going to hit you.
So actually, no, I don't think it is. That's unfortunate.
I don't think it will. Christ. Yeah, it leaps at you, and you manage to, like, duck duck out of the way, and it just leaps over you, like leapfrog, just right over you, lands on the other side. And you see its head like swivel around, like it's trying to look for you, try and find you again, before it kind of hobbles and begins to turn around. Would you like to do anything as it's turning around?
Um, I want to try and hide.
Roll a stealth.
Well, you can't win them all, you know?
What did you get?
Well, that would be, 8. That would be an 8.
An
So plus
8.
2.
So that's a 14.
So I win that one.
You win. Where are you
Cool.
trying to hide?
Um, well, I mean, he can't fucking find me, so, like, behind a tree or something.
You stand still behind a tree.
I sure do.
You just stand there and wait, and the amphibian turns around. You hear, despite being made of star, you hear like sticky noises coming from the hand as it's touching the ground.
That's awful.
And you can't quite see where specifically it is because you are hiding, but you hear the sticky noises get closer and closer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost at head level. And then it gets higher. And then if you look up, you see it attached to the tree, like holding onto the tree and staring down at you. And it is going to open its mouth and try to smack you in the middle of the head with its tongue.
Yeah, and then it's gonna get another crit 1, right?
No. It's going to get an 18.
Minus 17?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that hits.
Its mouth opens. You see the tongue. It's similar to a goose tongue, where it's still long like a frog's tongue.
Fucking bold of you to know.
But
They think that I know what a fucking goose tongue looks like? What's your fucking problem?
But there are like sharp teeth that you can make out on the side of the tongue that go towards the frog. It's a serrated tongue. And it is going to do
Maybe
6 points of damage to you.
No, it's not. I say no, and it
You
stops.
say no.
All right, whatever.
So now, its tongue is currently attached to your forehead. Are you just gonna sit there?
Yeah, actually, I'm just considering using the rest of this, 2 hour and a half time that we have blocked off to just sitting with a fucking serrated tongue on my head. Are you fucking mental? No, I'm gonna try and disengage.
Okay.
Gross.
Roll in acrobatics.
Also, yes, as I am, all of me. Oh, that was almost crit 1, but it's not great either. 9. 7 plus 2.
So, it also got a 9.
Meets it, beats it?
So how this works, because you are trying to disengage, and its tongue is attached to your head, it's not going to take an attack. It's not going to take an attack of opportunity. But as you try to... I'm assuming you're trying to take off again, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the only thing that I can really do.
You can run, too.
I can run, yeah, but I mean, flying for me is more reliable in this situation than running, so...
So you take off. In a panic, you take off with this tongue stuck to your forehead.
And honestly, like, the tagline for this entire thing could be, like, in a panic, you blank. So...
True. You are now in the air. This frog is just hanging. Its tongue is still attached. And then, slowly, you feel the burning sensation on your forehead. The faint burning sensation, not enough to hurt, begin to fade as it's, like, losing grip. And then you just see the frog drop back to the grass.
Okay.
Just kind of lay there for a few seconds.
I've got a crossbow.
Okay?
I'm gonna try and get it from my vantage point that I've got right now.
Roll.
Um, so Sonic Boom gave this to me, and you would want to do right by Sonic Boom and make it like super kitted out. So just so you know, if you don't let this hit, then it's your fault. Fuck.
I don't
Okay,
think
so
that's
that's a
my
16.
fault.
It's a 16, but it's also just out of fucking view. I mean, how cool is it that I have the dice, but how inconvenient is it whenever you can't fucking see it? You're just gonna have to take my word on this one. 16 plus what am I doing for, would it be Dex?
How kitted out is the crossbow?
It's pretty kitted out. Like, I wish I had all of the stats. I should have taken screenshots of all my new items. It's got flame. It's got piercing, the highest level of piercing that you can do. It's got power on it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah.
+5.
Okay, cool. What am I rolling for? Am I doing damage or I'm just rolling?
So what you'll do for damage, you will do a D12 +3.
D12 plus 3. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me jot this down. Crossbow. D12 plus 3. And
The
then
3 will be like the fire damage from flame.
damage. Got it. Okay, cool. And then to hit, I'm gonna do D20, a D20 plus 5.
Yep,
Cool. It's a good thing that I got a plus 5. That's 14.
just barely hits.
Nice.
Beats it, beats it.
And then for damage, that is a 13. 10 plus 3.
You, where it was just laying on the ground, you pull out your crossbow, aim, and shoot. Arrow lands square in its chest. And it almost looks like it deflates into a two-dimensional creature before its body rises back into something 3D.
Mm.
And where the arrow is lodged in its chest, it just begins to burn, similar to the rope, and drop to the ground. But you see it just barely hobble to its feet, like it's shaky. And for once, Vega looks away from you and narrows his eyes at this amphibian. But it's going.
Guy.
He's just a little guy. He's going to try and jump up and just get you with his tongue again. But he's doing it at disadvantage, so that does not hit.
And then
He just
mind.
jumps up, flicks his tongue up in the air. It's a solid at least 2 or 3 feet away from you. But it's very clear it's trying. And it jumps up a few more times. Like it's trying to reach you.
Here's an observation for Vega. Every time that or any of Vega's like star creations get anywhere near, I want you to know that Phoenix looks at it with fear, but not towards. Actually, can I have you roll something?
Sure.
Can you get an insight check real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're probably going to pass it, but
24.
yeah, there's no way that fucking loses against mine. My 0 in deception. So for your information, that fear is not towards Vega nor for the animals and more towards themselves.
He doesn't comment on it.
I'm sure he doesn't, but that's just for you. That's for your back pocket.
That's for my silly little notebook. My handy dandy notebook.
Your handy dandy notebook, yes, exactly. But that said, it there's a lot of hesitation, and like Phoenix understands that it was like the first thing that Vega said, like, we're working on your reaction time. it's just lacking, but it's not because they don't think that they're capable. I think that they think that they might be too capable. Um, and that's where the fear comes from. That's the basis of it. Uh,
So they're
fear,
hesitating again.
they're definitely hesitating again, yes.
Does a 22 hit?
Of course it does.
Just to make sure. So, you're hesitating, you're staring down at the frog as it's leaping up at you. Being a silly little guy, even. I can't even try and make it seem intimidating, because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not built in an intimidating manner.
Not like the dog.
It's not like the dog. It seems like even if Vega tried to, he could not make this thing into something intimidating. It's just something to train with. But you're up in the air, and you feel a strong kick once more on your back from a pair of boots to shove you back down on the ground. And before you feel that, you glance over to Vega's line of his star creations. You do not see the winged one there. So you can piece together that the winged one is above you and has kicked you to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You are taking 10 points damage.
That has me at negative. That's
You're at negative?
I'm negative 1 HP.
Ouch. Sorry. So this being flies above you as you are focused on the frog, just leaping down below you, looking up at you, trying to lick you. And you feel the sudden impact in your back, and you go flying directly into the ground with a sharp pain racking through your body, and you hit the ground with a thud. And you black out. All sound around you just fades away. Visuals fade away. Nothing moves towards you. You see the frog that was jumping before. Right before you black out, it seems like it just stills entirely. It doesn't move. When you open your eyes next, you are laying on your back instead of your stomach. And you are staring up at the sky. And it's clear. It's a full moon. It's clear out. Maybe a cloud here and there. And you have the wind blowing through your ears. It is very loud. You can assume that you are higher up than where you were before. And down below as well, you hear the faint sounds of city life and traffic down below. And as you sit up and kind of gain your bearings, you look around, you can see that you are on a rooftop back in the city. You see the faint lights of city life below glow, but it doesn't illuminate everything on this rooftop. But what you do see is a figure sitting on the ledge of the rooftop, seeming to look down, kind of admire what's below. You see that this figure has long curly hair. It's like an opal color. It's white with shades of light blue with purple in it. And they all come together into a pony at the base of her neck and then seem to flow out all the way down to the middle of her back. What you can see is she's wearing some kind of dress. It's almost like it's some kind of armor. It's very bejeweled is a good way to put it. It's like a bejeweled chest plate with a bit of chains here and there and some jewels that adorn it. And it only goes over to her shoulders and then down to her waist. There is the rest from her arms down is this see-through satin that is a light blue. And down at the cuff, there are similar jewels, similar to the armor that she has. And down below is also the continuation of the dress, which is a more opaque blue before it begins to fade to the more transparent. And at the bottom, very bottom of the dress where it is that transparent blue, there are also shades of transparent purple at the bottom. She has not noticed you yet. She's just staring down. What would you like to do?
Am I achy?
You're not.
Okay. So what I do is I sort of like roll onto my side, and sort of help myself up, and there's like a kind of sound. And I walk over to, well, I don't walk over. I just kind of look, and I take in. Do I know this area? Like, this is the city, but like, do I know specifically like where?
If you had to guess, this is the rooftop of your old apartment complex.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in Station City. The first instinct that I have is actually to flee. But I don't. What I do is I clear my throat. Politely.
You clear your throat and you do catch her attention. She seems where she was, kind of hunched over, staring down. You see her back straighten, and you see from under her hair a flick. And she turns her head to look at you. You see that she has pointed ears like you, like Vega. And you see that she has 4 sets of eyes.
Wow.
Each are iridescent. In different lights, they seem to reflect different colors. And she looks at you and she smiles warmly. And she waves.
Are you Aurora?
How did you know?
Vega told me.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in a long time. And who are you?
Should I be giving you this information?
I guess you don't have to. I mean, it's your call. I don't know how much you'll remember when you wake up.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. And she repeats the name as if she is familiarizing herself with it, like it is a new taste in her mouth that she can't quite get enough of. And you hear her kind of mumbling the name under her breath a few more times before she seems to laugh. And it's not targeted at you. It's more light. It's more trying to bring ease to the situation.
I thought you died.
I did.
Then why are you here?
It doesn't mean I can't linger.
So you're a ghost.
Well, I feel like that may be putting it a bit harshly. I would consider myself more a spirit or a person.
Okay, yeah, sorry. That was my bad.
Even a memory. I'll take a memory. But ghost is harsh.
I'm sorry.
And you see her attention turn back below. And she pats the ledge next to her as if inviting you to sit down.
I kind of wonder, trying to get my legging again, because even though I feel great and this is definitely some sort of dream or dreamscape, being back at my apartment in Station City with the knowledge that subconsciously Ari is downstairs, and Noel is probably with him. Even in this moment, it paralyzes me more than I care to admit. So it's like getting hit with information and then having to reckon with it and then immediately going back and trying again.
And similarly to Vega, she does clock that hesitation. But instead of putting you under pressure, she seems to wait. She's patient. And
what a change.
the longer you look at her as well, it seems like the colors in her hair are moving. Like it's not just staying stagnant like hair would. Like how your hair is subtle flames at the end, hers is just constantly, the colors are constantly moving.
We got a little carnal dancing at the edge of her hair.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that. Why not? And under the moonlight, you can see perception check.
It's a good thing I didn't close all this shit down.
I'm giving you far too much. You need to roll a check for that one.
That's 16, 17 minus 1.
Okay. So, you do see it. You see at the top of her head, it is very easy to miss. It's almost like it's fading in and out of existence, like it's trying to figure out if it belongs or not. But atop her head, floating just above, is this crown of crystals. And it's similar to the crystals that Vega had given you.
Yep.
And at her hair tie is a small raven skull, primarily black with a white beak.
Are you... I'm sorry if this is too much of a question and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but... Are you related to Vega in any way, even if it's, like, not through, like... family and more through, like, romance? I don't know how this works. How do you know Vega? That's the question that I'm wanting to ask.
Or her shoulders bounce.
Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, Phoenix has no idea how to talk to people, clearly. And they're, like, really trying to be gentle about this, but there's a natural sense of standoffishness, unfortunately, there.
Mm-hmm. And she recognizes that. And she tries to muffle her laughter, because she doesn't want it to come across as laughing at you. But she shakes her head at the romance comments and pulls herself up from the ledge to turn and face you. And now that she's standing, you do see that she is wearing heels as well. Pretty high heels, but they're more boots. And part of the side of it seems to be torn. It has a small tear to it. But she folds her hands in front of her, and she continues to wear this warm smile to try and make you feel more welcome. And it seems to look past you, like over your shoulder rather than directly at you. Well, we're not family, and we weren't romantically involved, no. We were best friends. We grew up alongside each other.
You just have the whole, like, opposite aesthetic thing. I didn't know. I don't. That's awesome. That's cool. Besties, even. That's cool.
Besties, yeah. Yeah, no, I was never romantically attracted to him. That's I'm not quite interested in men.
Oh, the whole chat's gonna go crazy. Hold on, just give me a second. Give me a second. I want to see all of the. I want to see all of the chats flooding in. God, lesbian, awesome. Yep, there it is. A win for the lesbians. Okay, awesome. Phoenix goes, that's awesome. I'm not interested in anyone. I don't know. It's.
She sees you're trying to find words to also try and make conversation. So she looks back over her shoulder as if trying to get one last peek at the city's glow before finally looking at you directly in the eyes. This is your home, isn't it?
It was.
What was it like? It looks so lively, it looks so chaotic, but it looks nice.
I don't know how to say this. I don't know if I can tell you this information. I'm sorry. I want to.
Okay.
I really, really want to, but I can't trust Vega.
Yeah. No, I understand. You don't want information falling into the wrong hands, and I understand that. But it looks so free. I wish I could have seen it myself. I mean, I am seeing it myself, but you understand.
And strangely enough, it actually starts to look like Phoenix starts to tear up a little bit. Something about really, really wanting to talk about this. Something about really desperately wanting to be able to feel this again, and knowing that it's probably for the best that they don't. It just gets them.
And she takes a few steps forward and holds out her hands for you to take, but she doesn't force you to take her hands. She just holds them out and offer.
Yeah, Phoenix instantly takes them. No long sleeves to hide the brown, the natural brown, like soul sand colored, and the tips of the fingers that are this bright blue, like the edges of their hair that just sort of whips in the air, like a flame, like the flame of a candle. And they just take that opportunity to cry.
As you cry, she moves slowly, so at any point you have any chance to step away, but she gently squeezes your hands and then pulls you closer and wraps her arms around you and just holds you and lets you cry.
Aurora, I don't want to be a hero.
I know. I don't, but you didn't choose it. But unfortunately, you have big shoes to fill.
I don't want to.
You can do a lot of good. I promise.
But what if I don't?
Who are you worried about failing?
My best friend.
What was his name? Noel, right?
Yeah.
She takes a pause, and as she holds you, her hand slowly moves to cradle the back of your head. The flames of your hair do not bother her in any way. I understand how scary it is. I understand not wanting to disappoint or fail your best friend, but I don't think you ever could. I mean, you would have to do something drastic to fail him.
We already fought.
Fighting doesn't mean that you're failing. It's an obstacle, but you're not failing. You fail when you give up on him. He's not going to give up on you. You cannot give up on him.
What if he does?
That seems to strike some kind of chord. If you want to roll an insight, you're welcome
I'd
to.
love to. Fuck, that's a 2 anyway, so. But I would love to know after the stream.
Just not on stream.
Let me wipe my real life tears for a second.
Yeah.
Ah! Okay. I'm normal.
Phoenix, you can't go around basing your self-worth on other people. If he fails you, it's going to hurt, but you can't give up on him. No matter what.
Vega keeps on talking to me like Nola's gonna end up like you.
He has interesting methods. I'm not going to deny that, but you need to have some kind of optimism as well. All of his left the day that I died, so one of you has to keep it. I would like to imagine he means well.
I don't think he does. I think that this is all one big way to just... I don't know. I'm just naturally skeptical.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not asking you to not be skeptical. Plus, you don't know him like I do. You didn't grow up with him. I don't blame you for being skeptical. He's an interesting individual. But I'm not going to fail him. And now is when she pulls back.
Phoenix
She doesn't move too far.
Phoenix keeps holding on.
Yeah, she doesn't move too far at all. You're holding on, and the best grip you can get is on her arms as she kind of moves back, which she doesn't fight.
Phoenix clings on for dear life.
And her hands come up to cup either side of your cheeks. And her touch is very light, very gentle, almost motherly, even. You have to have some faith. I promise, even when it gets bad, it will work out. But you can't lose hope. You can't lose hope in Null.
I never did.
And you never will.
It wasn't until Vega started pointing out that he was even with M all the time that I even noticed that it was happening. I'm sorry, you probably don't know what any of this means.
Roll an insight.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Plus 1, 21.
So, you mention and you continue on. You see the faintest fault in that smile of hers. Where it was genuine before, it seems more sharp. It's the subtlest of changes, but you catch it very easily. She seems to not have the best opinion of M, of how
She's not the only one.
of how things are being done. She's being very reserved about it, but you see that faint, sharp smile and a almost disappointed glint in her eyes before it's gone in a flash.
Phoenix isn't going to say anything about that. At least not right now.
You need to stay strong during all of this, okay? Don't give up in any way. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on Noel. Don't give up on your friends. There's strength in numbers.
What do you think is going to happen?
And now her smile finally twitches down. And it's gone. It's replaced with the faintest frown. And almost a sad look. I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. But you need to be careful.
Careful with what?
Your everything. Your full trust should only ever be in... I can't even really say family. I would say your full trust should only ever be in Noel. But you can't let that on. There are people out there that will exploit it. Sometimes you might just have to pretend.
Pretend what?
And her smile now returns. And her thumb gently strokes your cheek as she now fully steps away. I'm sorry, I don't think we have much time left together,
No,
but
no, please.
I'll be around.
No, please.
I promise I won't be too far. But I'm sure this won't be the last time we see each other.
Aurora, please don't go.
And she opens her mouth to speak. And you can roll a perception.
11.
I'll give it to you.
Cool. Thank
God. Her mouth forms the words, "I'm sorry," before you are ripped from this dreamscape. And your eyes snap back open. And you are now lying back on the ground, staring up with the blurred vision of leaves not too far off, the sky above, the moon half full. And above you is one of those star clouds that haven't quite taken a silhouette yet. But Vega whistles. You hear the whistle loud and clear, and you see that blurred vision of the stars shoot back to one of his wings. And as your vision is beginning to clear up, and you're starting to see more clearly, you hear footsteps walk over next to you, and you see Vega stand above you, holding his hand out, offering you help up.
I take it.
He pulls you up to his feet, up to your feet, and he actually brushes off your shoulder where the hound had been biting. He's very careful not to graze the small injury that it left. But he's just wiping off strands of grass and dirt. And you see a hint of light back in his eyes again. And he speaks up. We need to work on your hesitation. But I think that's something that we'll do next time. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little beaten up.
You shouldn't be afraid of yourself. You know that, right? You're afraid of your capabilities.
I mean, I think it's perfectly normal.
It's normal, but it's going to hinder and hurt you more.
Okay.
As I said, we'll work on it more, but maybe you should rest.
If you think that's what's best.
His eyes seem to narrow ever so slightly at you, as if he is looking through you directly to your very own soul. But it only lasts for a few seconds before
Insight.
he steps away. Go ahead.
I forgot that I can do that.
You can.
Fuck. 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 It's 13.
He rolled a 14.
Fuck! Can I get emotionally traumatized kid advantage, please? Please?
We're...
Chat!
Sure.
Everyone! I was about to have everyone rally against you. Okay, cool.
No, go ahead.
18. That's 19. 18 plus 1.
There you go. Again, no, you don't have to rally.
I was gonna rally the troops and they would have my back, for real.
I know
they
they
want me,
would.
They want me to get a little SpongeBob.
Little SpongeBob.
Lollipop.
Um,
Ice pop, whatever.
Anyway. You see in those few seconds, there is clear doubt in his eyes.
Okay.
As if he knows that you are hiding something. Because you are acting much more off than when you were during your training. During your training. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't comment on it. He keeps it close to his chest and steps away. I'll let you know when we'll be training next. Does that sound fair? I'll give you like a week's warning.
Do I have to kill 10 withers again?
No, you don't. You've already proven that you're, I guess, dedicated enough to learning. And that you have the skills, so you don't have to do that again. No.
Okay.
Have a good rest of your night, Phoenix.
Yep.
And for the first time, actually, you see him bow. Specifically to you. His hand rests on his chest and his torso leans over. His wings on either side extend in this very regal bow. Before his stiff body... oh my god, stiff body structure returns. And he steps backwards.
Hold on. Before he goes, I have a question for him.
So he stops one step away from the hill beside your house where he was going to drop down.
Are you someone who just like prefers to go places by yourself? Are you like a person who would rather just be alone?
I am now, yes.
So like, would it be true whenever you were young?
He stares at you.
There is the ghost of a smile on the corner of Phoenix's lips.
And funnily enough, you see the faintest hint of a smile in his eyes. It's easily missed, but I'll give it to you. You see the faintest hint of a smile with the way his eyes crease. Before he drops backwards over the hill, and you hear the extension of his wings as they shoot out and catch the air, and he turns. And you see him disappear into the night sky.
Cool, they get out their book and they write down, okay, I'm gonna take that as a true only now.
And that's the end of the one shot.